Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is Emily Castro. I am here with my little buddy Dredd. He's my little ghost hunting dog. And we are investigating yet another haunted cemetery here in the heartland of Illinois. This is Cumberland Cemetery. It is located outside a small town called Winona in Marshall County, Illinois. And I have just come from here from Moon Point Cemetery, which is about a half-hour drive away. Hopefully I'll have that video up first, so that one will appear first, and then this one the week after. So if you've watched them both, you might recall that Moon Point Cemetery really kind of creeped me out. I was feeling a bit ill at ease, heading off the beaten path once again to another rural cemetery. But this is a good sweeping view of Cumberland Cemetery. This one does not have that same creepy vibe. I think I'll really enjoy exploring this one. And hopefully Dredd will too. It is the day after Halloween. It's a bit chilly. Feels like fall is slowly creeping towards winter. So, Cumberland Cemetery was established in the early 1800s, as most of these places were, when a man named I don't know if it was Jacob Darnell, but Mr. Darnell, a man named Darnell came here and built the first settlement in this area. And he had quite an exciting time. At that time, people were worried about Native Americans potentially coming and attacking their settlement. It was during the time of the brief Blackhawk War, and so they created an unofficial stockade just in case that were to happen. Oh, and like here is a little monument explaining what I mentioned, that in 1832 there was a log stockade erected that they called Fort Darnell here on this spot. So that's a nice little bit of history. The actual haunted legends are a bit more generic. Apparently a woman was beheaded by her husband back in the day. Some farmer suspected his wife of infidelity, went into a rage and killed her, and her headless ghost roams the cemetery. In addition, there's spooky lights, hearing giggles, feeling a creepy presence. Just your normal paranormal tropes. The story about the woman murdered by her husband, as far as I can tell, is just that, purely a story. There's no historical evidence to support it. I guess Mr. Darnell's daughter, Anna, was the first person buried here in this cemetery. And some legends say the first person buried in the cemetery becomes the cemetery guardian. Okay, so I did want to make sure I got the facts correct. So I have just pulled up Michael Clean's website. He's another one who does a lot of paranormal information about Illinois. And it explains Marshall County was settled comparatively late, and the first white settler in Evans Township was Benjamin Darnell. He had 10 children, including a 14-year-old daughter, Lucy. And Lucy died in 1829 and was the first person buried here. Here, robins. Sometimes when I'm editing and I see these cockeyed gravestones, and I ask myself, how was I holding the GoPro? Was I holding it at an angle, just waving my hands around? And so now I'm answering myself, so editing me knows. No, I was not holding my GoPro crooked. These graves are crooked. If I hold my GoPro crooked, maybe they'll straighten out a bit. This one I think I can make out. The inscription at the bottom. Farewell, dear friends. I am called and must go. Lula, daughter of D.M. and A. Hall, died August 31st, 1895, age 15 years. That's another one with a lamb on it. Infant. Another. So many children's graves. It's always kind of sad visiting these old cemeteries to get that vivid reminder of how in the past infant and child mortality was such a huge thing that happened to people. Hope. Lydia, wife of Samuel Beckworth, died 1862. That's one of the common older tombstone symbols, the finger pointing upwards. And here they don't leave us to wonder what that means, they spell it out for us. Hope above in the afterlife. Father, I can't really read the inscription at the bottom. Okay, we've already walked along this stretch. I wonder if we'll see. Don't eat those, no. I wonder if we'll find any of the Darnell's graves, including young Lucy's. Oh, there goes a deer. And if anyone has visited Cumberland Cemetery and had an interesting experience, please leave a comment. I would characterize my own belief in these places as open-minded. I have had a few experiences that definitely felt a bit paranormal and I can't explain them. But I also try and be logical and skeptical as well, because I know how much people enjoy telling tales and urban legends, and I enjoy it too. That's why I keep going out to check these places out. But I do think 9 times out of 10, it's most likely all that's going on. Oh, here she is. Here's the grave of Lucy. Daughter of Benjamin and Fanny Darnell, died 1829, age 18 years. There's a little holder by her grave. Do people still remember you, Lucy? You lived so long ago. This would have been a very different world when you were on this earth. And we're still talking about your story today. You haven't been forgotten. That's an elaborate stone. Here I lay my burden down, change the cross into the crown. Charlotte, wife of W.B. Judd, died May 1st, 1892. Look at the detail on that hand. You can even, they put veins and ridges in the knuckles and everything. A very impressive detail. Who's buried here? Okay, so this is Cumberland Cemetery. It's an interesting little stop. Did I say it's haunted? Well, the vibe here has been quite peaceful and not frightening. I would just have to say this one doesn't feel creepy. Does have a lot of stories associated with it, so not sure what to think. But I hope you have enjoyed joining me and little Dredd for this adventure. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye for now.